Young Alicia asks her father why their map shows only Edthea. He explains that the 4 lords of dark beasts guard the unmapped world beyond. Inspired by the legend of a chosen hero, she vows to become one herself. 13 heroes introduce themselves in a carriage carrying their regalia weapons before continuing on foot into dark beast territory. Among them is Alicia, now grown, wielding her own regalia rock swallow, as dark beasts ambush the party at night. The heroes reach Luna Mountain and finally come face to face with Clevitas. He is the first of the 4 lords of dark beasts, and his overwhelming aura leaves them badly shaken. Clevitas' overwhelming power tears through the heroes' ranks, and Alicia is wounded across the face. One hero hurls himself into a final desperate strike and is consumed by Clevitas' blinding counterattack. Sometime later in the capital, Hyderat dark beasts strike near the castle. Enraged and wounded, Clevitas turns his fury on King Haydn's kingdom, smashing through its defenses. Catapults and ballistae barely scratch him. Clevitas corners King Haydn alone inside the castle. He warns that all of humanity may pay unless the king proves himself different. When the king refuses to yield, Clevitas ends him in a blinding burst of power. Amid the rubble, Clevitas discovers a hidden baby and moves to kill her. A bloodied survivor begs him to spare the innocent child. Moved by the plea, Clevitas relents and grants the baby a chance to prove her worth. In a hidden mountain den, the beast lord Clevitas struggles to keep a frail, wailing infant alive. He uses flesh-eating beetles to clean it, vowing the child's worth will be proven in time. Alicia dreams of her father dying in a burning field as she vows to defeat the Lord of Dark Beasts. She wakes to find Clevitas has reanimated her corpse, bound to him by his dark ichor. Clevitas orders Alicia to nurse the baby, but shamefully she has no milk to give. They agree she must hire a human wet nurse, paid for with the mountain's precious arcanasite stones. Clevitas takes on a human shadow form, calling himself Klen, though his horn refuses to hide. He names the baby Luna and leads Alicia, his unwilling servant, toward the city. At a river camp, Alicia bathes and scrubs baby Luna clean while bickering with the nagging Klen. Sorting the discarded armor, she finds a Haydn royal crest hidden in the child's wrappings. At Hyderat Castle's smoking ruins, Officer Maynard is stunned that one dark beast leveled the capital alone. General Drell orders him to search for royal survivors while he rushes to fortify the border. Confronted about Luna's royal crest, Klen admits he destroyed Hyderat Castle and killed the Haydn king himself. Calling it fate, he resolves to raise Luna as king and rule the land from the shadows. Bandits ambush the group and Klen fights back savagely, but Alicia is gravely wounded shielding Luna. It all proves to be a dream. She wakes in a cage among captives beside a horned, red-eyed Klen. Alicia wakes bound inside a cage as Glenn dryly announces that they have been captured. He assures her that Luna is unharmed, though the baby only recently stopped crying. Alicia questions why one hit left Glenn so weak. He explains he must remain hidden as a human until Luna is crowned king. Their captors, he adds, plan to sell every prisoner here to a slaver. The ravens herd their captives off the wagon and into their camp. Guards shout orders, sorting men, elders, and children into separate lines. The bandit scolds Nell, a fellow slave, after she trips while carrying the crying infant Luna. Ordered to look after him, she is assigned as his nursemaid on the spot. Inside the camp, a hulking bandit named Broco declares himself the Raven's new boss, demanding everyone address him as boss. He then reveals his chained pet troll, Betty. Broco recounts how Clevitas leveled Hyderat Castle and slaughtered its royals. He then examines Alicia's glowing red blade, prizing its rare mana Hyderite steel, before sneering that this one's a fake. Struck by Alicia's toned build and calm demeanor, Broco realizes she must be one of the 13 failed heroes. His men yank her head back as he demands to know where her regalia weapon is hidden. Refusing to reveal anything, Alicia is seized and hauled off by 2 bandits. Broco orders them to wear her down until she's too exhausted to resist. While Nell nurses Luna, Glenn presses her for answers about her mysterious origins among the ravens. She admits she's been enslaved by the gang since the day she was born. Nell recalls that after Kame took her in, nursing became her calling. She reveals she has already lost 3 babies of her own to stillbirth and blames herself for their deaths. Glenn formally offers to hire Nell as Luna's official wet nurse, freeing her from slavery. She tearfully declines, insisting she must stay behind to care for the camp's other doomed infants. Marched barefoot across a rope bridge, Alicia listens as bandits recount the hero Cordwar's death in the flooded mineshaft below. When another slave leaps in seeking treasure, a monster drags him under. To slip her bindings, Alicia dislocates her own shoulder and headbutts the blind bandit Retour. The brawl that follows sends two ravens plunging to their deaths in the water below. Bravely wounded and alone, Alicia lies bleeding as bandits close in through the dark. A monstrous horned beast bursts from the shadows and floods her with dark ichor to save her. Still stuck in a weakened, beast-like form, Clevitas explains his dwindling dark ichor is the only thing keeping Alicia alive. He reveals he found Nell, a mistreated camp woman, to nurse Luna. Alicia guesses Nell fears the bandits will hunt her forever if she tries to leave. Clevitas coldly suggests killing every bandit in the camp, but Alicia refuses, insisting that isn't how a hero behaves. Ignoring her refusal, the bandits recapture Alicia and torture her, breaking her bones. They demand to know where the 13 regalia are hidden. Breaking free, Alicia turns the tables and kills her captors one by one. Now disguised as a human boy and cradling Luna, Clevitas vows they'll keep searching until Nell agrees to help. Back at the bandit camp, Nell returns bruised after being used by visiting men. A jealous bandit woman grows suspicious, warning Nell that a slave secretly asked her to run away together. Master Rocco, a camp leader, pays a rare visit and takes interest in a newborn kept in the barn. He then pulls Nell aside and leads her away. Back at camp, the bandits panic Nell was their only milk source for the babies. Rocco leads her, plus Clevitas in disguise and Luna, into the Arcanasite mines. He boasts his drugs tamed dark beasts and invented magic. Deep in the tunnels, Rocco reveals he tamed a monstrous troll named Betty using his Arcanasite drug. He condemns Nell as a traitor for wanting to leave, and has already fed her to Betty as punishment. Moments later, the drugged troll recoils, unable to finish devouring the barely alive Nell. Clevitas, still disguised, secretly neutralizes the acid in her stomach, then vanishes with Nell and Luna. Rocco is left stunned, realizing real magic was used. Rocco unveils his own crude magic, an Arcanasite drug brewed from crushed larvae that strips a dark beast's mind. As he commands the drugged Betty to attack, Clevitas' true monstrous eyes flash through his disguise. In a flashback, a mentor trains a younger Alicia, teaching her to grip tight but keep her wrists loose. He warns that hesitation stiffens her body and slows her swings, so she must always trust her blade. Alicia shatters bandits' blades with raw strength as dozens chase her through the night. Cornered above a lake, she dives in as bandits jeer that she'll be eaten. Having held her breath, she presses on toward the legendary sword below. Alicia dives into a flooded mine shaft, forcing herself toward the bottom. She fights the urge to breathe as she searches for a legendary sword. She soon realizes with horror that she hasn't reached the lake floor at all. She has landed squarely on an enormous, sleeping dark beast instead. Encouraged by a voice telling her she'll be a fine hero, Alicia seizes the sword despite the beast's assault. It hits her in the stomach as she wrenches it free. Testing the sword's power underwater, Alicia sizes up the ancient beast beneath her. It's larger than anything that should exist, having slept hidden for centuries. Unable to fight without air, Alicia is forced to retreat toward the surface. The Arvensis, watching from above, refuse to help and retreat themselves, leaving her to fend for herself. In the aftermath, Alicia reflects that she has mostly wiped out the bandits as Clevitas demanded. He contacts her through the dark ichor and accuses her of hiding that she can use magic. Face to face with Klen, Alicia learns of a strange smoke that dulls a dark beast's senses but not humans. Worse, Luna has gone missing, last seen with Nell nearby. They discuss how rare magical talent is, tied to Arcanasite stones most people can't awaken. When asked what he'd do if Luna were gone, Klen coldly says his interest in humanity would die with her. Following a trail of blood, they track down a bandit named Rocco who has snatched Luna. He recognizes her as a pure-blooded Hideman, gifted with rare magical talent, and refuses to let her go. Rocco threatens to maim the baby if they approach, so Alicia offers to trade the legendary sword for Luna's safety. He agrees, ready to flee the moment he has both prizes. Rocco demands to know where the other regalia are hidden, then casts an invisibility spell and vanishes. But Klen has tracked him by the sound of Luna's crying, and dust breaks the spell, exposing him again. They find Nell alive but badly wounded, having shielded Luna until the end. Since fully healing her would require all of Klen's remaining dark ichor, the hero agrees to sacrifice herself again. The rescued boy wakes fully healed and learns the hero sacrificed herself again to save him. Nell also survives, reborn through the dark ichor with a new name, Nellaru, and agrees to join them. He finishes packing for the road, proud of gathering clothes for baby Luna. Clevitas, traveling in human disguise, quietly thanks her for the effort. Leaving the bandit camp, Alicia says she has no fond memories here. Still, it feels special since she once shared it with her late mother. She wishes she could have said goodbye to Big Sis Carm. Alone in Master Broco's ransacked office, Alicia finds gold coins and a set of leather armor. She figures Clevitas won't mind if she keeps the gear and a new sword for herself. Just as Alicia selects a new sword, a masked attacker bursts through the office wall in a blast of dust. Caught off guard, she realizes her patched-together body can't easily absorb a solid hit. Fight spills outside as Alicia unleashes her rising dragon sword technique against the red-haired swordsman. Clevitas finally intervenes, ordering Alicia to stand down before the clash goes any further. Demanding proof of loyalty, Clevitas orders the red-haired stranger to reveal his true form. In a burst of dark energy, he transforms into a massive red-crested winged beast towering over the village. The beast introduces himself as Gart, envoy of Lord Zathier, who also wants humanoids destroyed. Clevitas explains that Alicia was once a hero, but is now bound by a spell to serve him completely. Gart reports this is the 9th Dark Beast youngling to vanish and suspects humanoids are behind it. Since the Orgu chiefs can no longer be trusted, he and Clevitas agree he must investigate the humanoid world himself. During questioning, a terrified local woman breaks down and confesses to secretly killing newborns, disguising the deaths as stillbirths. She admits she did it to spare Nell's own children from being sold to mysterious black-robed buyers. Piecing together the missing human babies and vanishing Dark Beast younglings, Clevitas senses powerful magic is involved. He concludes the culprits must be wizards, whose growing influence has reshaped warfare across the Dawn Plain. Flashback reveals General Drell, the Dragon Slayer, marching on Highgate years earlier and killing Alicia's father before her eyes. In the present, Alicia tells Clevitas that hunting Drell down was her father's dying wish. Commander Royce's council can't stop Drell's 50,000 troops head-on, so they plan to sneak forces through Highgate's western gate. They also fear Balaid's army could seize the ancient forge, whose secrets must not fall into enemy hands. General Drell arrives at Highgate and learns King Haydn is dead, though the crown princess escaped safely. The infant heir was abducted by a black-haired boy, so Drell sends his top wizard to chase Alicia. Nell serves Clevitas a sugared cup of coffee, recalling that Master Roku once drank it at camp. He sips it, calls humans' taste strange, and stops curious Luna from burning his tongue on it. Alicia returns with news from merchants in town, warning Clevitas that Haydn, Luna's homeland, has already become a complete mess. Alicia gushes that Nell is so sweet she feels warm inside. Clevitas teases that she still can't bear Nell's child, flustering her. She insists she only meant that carving a gift with her sword made her feel heroic. The group discusses their next move. Clevitas seems indifferent, but Alicia warns that if Balait conquers Haydn, Luna loses his claim. Worse, Balait wants the secrets of his royal bloodline. The group names only one man capable of commanding such an army, the merciless dragon slayer, General Drell. The scene shifts to a memory. Alicia's father once fought alongside Drell before Drell sought forbidden power instead. Boasting his magic has grown stronger, Drell unleashes crimson energy that cuts him down. Dying, Alicia's father warns her to stay away from Drell, a warmonger who lives for bloodshed, and never to fight him. Instead, he urges her to keep dreaming of a hero's world beyond imagination. Clevitas agrees to defend the ravaged country and drive out Balait, but insists on going alone. He tells Alicia to stay behind, guarding Luna and Nell, his cover story. Investigating kidnapped Dark Beast children, while secretly testing Drell's strength. Clevitas forbids Alicia from fighting Drell. She argues she's no longer a hero, just a dead woman walking, driven by vengeance. He asks if carrying a sword truly makes someone a hero. Alicia and Nell arrive in town with Luna, eyeing a cluster of rough, tattooed men loitering nearby. The two exchange a wary glance, unsure what kind of place they've walked into. Suddenly, a massive, shelled creature crashes through the tavern wall with a rider on its back. The stunned bandits demand to know who broke their window, only to realize it's a giant bug. The wizard warns them not to move, or his bug will attack on its own. As the party scrambles for weapons, he reveals a swarm surrounds the town. The wizard introduces himself as Maynard Swan, supreme wizard of the Balait army serving under General Drell. He's come for one purpose, to determine whether the Haydn baby they shelter is truly of royal blood. At a village inn, a horned wizard toys with the baby Luna. She boasts that her gravity magic lets her